Hi there. Today I'm going to talk to you about the suffixes in Esperanto that begin with the letter E. I encourage you to check out my earlier video about the suffixes that begin in A because I'll be mentioning some of those as we go along. Now, if you want to talk about suffixes that start with E, I think et's a good idea to start with this one. Okay? Et's means the idea or the abstract quality of something. Quality of mercy is not strained, right? Goodness, loyalty, brotherhood, gravity. All of those words have different endings. Itty, ness, hood, t. Well, they don't look alike, they don't seem alike in any way, right? But over here, it's much cleaner. Bonezzo, fidezzo, fratezzo, gravezzo. Anytime you need to express the idea of something, you simply use etzo, right? Up there in the corner, you see E equals mc squared, like the old Einstein equation. If that helps you with the E and C, then great. Next up, we have et and egg. These ones go hand in hand, so we'll learn them together. Et is the diminutive suffix, and egg is the augmentative one. So et means smaller, less, tiny. Egg means more, bigger, gigantic, right? So in the middle, we see birdo, a bird. Over here, we see birdetto, a little tiny bird. And here we see birdego, or big bird. Now, in the bottom, you'll see something a little confusing. Ridi means to laugh. Ridegi means to laugh uproariously or to guffaw. But over on the left, it's not to laugh a little bit is to ridetti. No, it's to smile is to ridetti. That might confuse you. You might go, well, shouldn't it just be a little, like a tiny laugh should be it? A smile is like its own thing, right? Well, no, in Esperanto, it's been established that ridetti is to smile. So as you're learning some of these, do be checking in a dictionary along the way to make sure that what you think a little reedy would be is what it is, instead of, oh, I said he smiled at her. I didn't say he laughed at her. You know, you don't want it to be any inadvertent confusion. So be searching. You know, obviously there is a relationship. Yeah, I guess a smile is kind of like a small laugh, but you just want to make sure that you are being clear when you're bandying these words about. Okay. Next up, we have a. Okay, in ao is a place for something. A place designated for doing or making something or having something. So drinky is to drink an alcoholic drink. Trinky with a T is for non-alcoholic drink. So drinky is to drink some alcohol. So a drinkeo would be a pub or a tavern or a place where you would drink. Okay. Libro is a book. Okay. So a libreo would be a book place, but that's not a common word in Esperanto. In fact, I've never seen it used before. Libreo. Just because you can create a word with these suffixes doesn't mean you always should. There might be a better word already out there. So in this case, let's say when you talk about a book place, a building for books, do you mean a library? If so, you'd use biblioteco. Do you mean a bookshop where you'd buy a book? Oh, well then use libro vendeo. Vendi is to sell, so vendeo is a selling place, and a libro vendeo would be a place where they sell books. If you see up at the top here, Yelp is a place that reviews locations. It's not for individual products like you'd review on Amazon. You're reviewing, oh, it's a great restaurant. Oh, that doctor's office is amazing, right? So think of the Y sound in Yelp when you think of AO. Next up, we have M. M means you're inclined to do something. You have a tendency to do something. So you see Emma Watson up there. I'm inclined to see any movie with Emma Watson in it because I think she's very talented. So you think of helpy, meaning to help. Well, helpema would be helpful. Drinkema would be tending to drink, right? Parolema would be loquacious or talkative. If you look at the bottom here, Emma Bovary was inclined to cheat on her husband. She was also inclined to overspend. So there's many M words that you could think of that deal with her. All right. Next we have estr. Estr means the leader of something, the person in charge. So urbestro would be the leader of an urbo, a city. Oh, that'd be the mayor. Lerneo is a school, a place for learning. So lerneestro would be the principal of a school. The way I remember this is, I'm a big comic book fan, so Sinestro from the Green Lantern comics is the leader of the evil Yellow Lantern Corps, or the Sinestro Corps. So think of a sinful leader, a Sinestro. Oh, okay, great. Then I'll remember Urbestro in those. Next, we have Ebl. This one's very simple. It's just like the English able or ible, right? So findable would be trovebla, edible would be mangebla, possibly would be eble, you'd use the e ending for a li word, an adverb, and then visible would be videbla. That one I don't think you need any mnemonic aids for. Next we have er, is the smallest unit or particle of something. So if you have a Panera bread where you live, think about how the prices stay the same, but the quantities and the portions keep getting smaller and smaller until after a while it seems like you're paying for a little crumb of bread only. Okay, so panero would be a breadcrumb. Ligno is wood, so a little particle of wood would be a little sliver. And a sliver kind of looks like a tiny arrow, if that helps. Neggero would be a snowflake. So just in general, just think of a blank arrow would be a particle of blank. A neggero is a particle of snow. And last but not least, we're going to end with end. How fitting. End means something that is required, mandatory, or must be, okay? Farenda is something that must be done or must be made. Legenda is something that must be read. So legendajo would be a substance that must be read, so that's a required reading for like a class or something. At the bottom here you see, at the end of the day, it must be done. That's how I remembered this one as I was memorizing it myself. So those are all of the E endings in Esperanto. Stay tuned for more. We have a few more letters to cover before we're through. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.